What if I told you that you're not struggling with money because you don't make enough? What if the real reason is that the entire system is designed to keep you that way? It's like you're trapped inside an invisible financial prison. So today, let's find the bars. So let's start with a question that should, honestly, stop you in your tracks. The average person over their lifetime is going to earn more than $2 million. Just let that sink in. $2 million. So with all that cash flowing through your hands, why are so many people going to retire with next to nothing?
And this is what it looks like in black and white. You've got over $2 million earned on one side, and on the other, the average retirement savings, less than 100 grand. So where did the other $1.9 million go? I mean, it didn't just disappear into thin air. It was siphoned away bit by bit. Let's dig into how that happens.
Okay, so let's break this down. The analysis points to three main traps. Think of these as the actual bars that make up your invisible prison. And just understanding them, that's the first step to even seeing the walls that are all around you. First up is a big one, the monthly payment trap. And this is such a powerful psychological trick. Our brains, they're not really wired to calculate the total cost of something over, say, 5 or 6 years. We just look at the monthly payment, compare it to our paycheck, and think, yeah, I can swing that. We're not actually buying things anymore. We're buying payments.
And car dealerships are the absolute masters of this trap, right? They're not just selling you a car. No, they're selling you a 5, 6, or even a 7-year payment plan. And what does that do? It locks you into this cycle of debt for something that's losing value every single day you own it.
The second bar of this prison is lifestyle inflation. And you know this feeling. You get a raise, you feel rich for about, a month. And then somehow you're just as broke as you were before. But, now you've got nicer stuff. Your spending just automatically rises to meet whatever new income you have. There's a perfect example of this. It's about a friend who gets this huge raise, starts making $90,000 a year. Awesome, right? But within a few months, a nicer apartment here, a newer car there, and poof, the entire raise is gone. The prison just got bigger and maybe a little more comfortable, but it's still a prison. The goalposts just keep moving further away. And here we have the third trap. And honestly, this might be the most infuriating one of all, the ignorance tax. This is basically all the money you lose simply because nobody ever taught you the rules of the financial game. We're talking about overdraft fees, crazy high-interest credit cards, hidden fees in your investments, all of it.
And when you add it all up over a lifetime, the cost is just staggering. We're not talking about a few bucks here and there. The average person pays over $100,000 in this tax. Think about that. That's a down payment on a house, or years of retirement, just handed over to banks and lenders because you didn't know the rules.
So, okay, we've seen the bars of the prison. But a prison needs a guard, right? Who built this thing? Well, these traps don't just exist in a vacuum. They are a core part of a much, much larger economic machine.
Here's the fundamental, maybe brutal truth. Our entire economy runs on you and me spending money. Consumer spending makes up something like 70% of the whole GDP. The system needs your money to be flowing out just as fast as it flows in. I mean, think about it. If everyone suddenly paid off all their debt and started saving like crazy, the whole economic engine would grind to a halt. So in a weird way, the system's health kind of depends on your individual financial struggle.
And the system has a massive toolkit to make sure you keep spending. You've got advertising that's designed to make you feel like you're not good enough without their product. You've got social media, which basically turns spending into a performance for everyone to see. And then there's easy credit, which makes it absolutely frictionless to buy things you can't really afford.
So let's look at how this actually plays out in the real world. That $400 car payment, it seems manageable, right? But it's not just costing you the price of the car. No, when you factor in all the money you could have been investing over decades, that one single decision can cost you over $100,000 in future wealth. It's truly death by 1,000 small, reasonable-sounding cuts. And the system is only getting smarter. Big companies, they're not just selling you products anymore. They're selling you little hits of dopamine. They literally hire psychologists to hack your brain's reward system, using things like one-click checkouts and auto-renewing subscriptions to separate the pleasure of getting something new from the pain of actually paying for it. Okay, so you see the prison, you understand the system, but why is it still so incredibly hard to get ahead? Why do so many attempts to escape just fail?
Well, it's because the system is also designed to completely overwhelm you. You get paralyzed by having way too many investment options. You're constantly getting pressured by friends and family to keep up appearances. And we're all fed this story that building wealth is some secret that only the lucky people have figured out. And on top of all that, the system makes sure there's never a right time to start saving. Every single stage of your life has its own built-in financial crisis, doesn't it? You're always just putting out fires, which means you never get the chance to actually build a solid foundation for the future.
And the biggest myth of all is the one that says wealth is all about hard work and good choices. But that completely ignores the massive role that luck plays, things like buying a house at the perfect time, or just avoiding a major medical emergency. This whole myth is designed to do one thing: make a systemic failure feel like it's your personal, moral failing.
So you're probably thinking, great, the game is rigged, what's the point? But the point isn't to just give up. The point is to change how you see the game. And that brings us to the most important part of all of this. What can you actually do about it? Well, first you have to see the brutal trade-off that's right at the heart of this thing. For most of us, the system forces an impossible choice. Either be financially responsible and sacrifice all your joy right now, or live a good life today and sacrifice your future. That is the core of the trap.
The path out isn't some secret formula or a get-rich-quick scheme. It's about doing the boring, unglamorous stuff over and over again. Automating your savings so you pay yourself first, buying used cars and phones, avoiding debt like the plague. These aren't just financial tips. They're small acts of rebellion against the system.
And that's really the big takeaway here. Just seeing the bars of the prison won't magically make them disappear. It's not going to make you a millionaire overnight. But what it will do is give you a sense of agency. It will stop you from blaming yourself for failing at a game that was never ever designed for you to win in the first place. And that's what it all comes down to, really. Knowing the rules, seeing the traps, and understanding the forces you're up against, it doesn't guarantee you'll win, but it does mean you get to choose how you play the game. So the question I want to leave you with is,